So if we're not bearing the good fruit, then we may be having a soil problem. And it's really not a soil problem, because see, if you think of it, I don't want to be disrespectful to the word. Yeshua used soil as his example for a reason, and it's a great reason for it, and we use it in a lot of our teachings. But I want to now jump to the Hebrews tiller example. You need to stop thinking that it's not your fault that you didn't make yourself the kind of ground you are. Well, this is the ground Abba gave me, so I'm thorny ground. I'm this ground. No. Your job is about being the tiller of the ground. So I can see how some of you could use the way the parable of the sower is written as an excuse. Well, I'm just the kind of ground he made me to be. No. What's missing in the parable of the sower is the assumption Yeshua is making that the person who's that kind of ground did or did not till very well. Okay? And that's why we're getting more clarity in the book of Hebrews about the water, the rain, etc. falls on all the ground, but what comes up is dependent on how good the person is at tilling and maintaining that ground. Okay, tillers, all of you are tillers, own it. Take responsibility for what your job is concerning the dirt that he's trying to plant in. By tilling the ground. What do you do when you till the ground, by the way? You look down there, you see boulders and rocks of all sizes. You start off getting the big ones out. Some of you did that already. You stopped eating pork. You got rid of Christmas and Easter. You gave up the shrimp and the lobster. I mean, that was the big, easy stones. Oh, they're obvious. They're right there. You can see them. But then you start doing some stuff, and you still hear some clanging when your tiller's going through the dirt. It's not just soft dirt. It's banging on some stuff, and you have to kind of search through, and you go, oh, wait, here's a little thing I didn't realize was still in there. Throw that out. Or it gets caught up on some vines and thorns and stuff that's in there that needs to be tilled out. And by the way, it's not a whole lot of a big deal to the dirt to grab the boulder sitting on top of it and pull it out and move it. But when you've got to dig in and rip thorns and roots out of that dirt, that takes a whole different level of effort. And it stirs up the dirt, and it turns it all up and inside out. And you know what? That can be very challenging for us. That's not always fun. Yeah, it does hurt. Somebody said it hurts. Yeah, it hurts. But that's the whole idea of tilling the ground. You are taking a bladed instrument and ripping that dirt apart to make sure you're getting every little bit out of it. Oh, but then I go and I interact with you, you get all mad at me because I'm coming to you with a bladed instrument tearing at your dirt. I'm just trying to till the ground. Okay, by the way, I've said this lots and lots and lots of time. Plan A, you do it yourself. Plan B, he uses somebody or does it himself. Plan A hurts less, I promise you. The better choice, do it yourself. If you're going to wait on him to do it, oh no, it'll be just easier to let him do it, you will not enjoy that. Okay? You will not enjoy that. It will not be the waving his magic hand and just taking it all away from you. You will not enjoy his version of tilling. Okay? Do it yourself. Let him lead, guide, inspire, but you pick up those rocks and get them out of your life. Because what happened in the book of Hebrews, he said, look, this is very important. In chapter 6, he said that this is near to being cursed. If you don't do the tilling yourself, then it's near to being cursed. And the curse is to do what? Get your attention. To get you to do what? Till the ground. So you're going to end up doing it anyway. Might as well do it with joy in your heart and actively go and get it tilled than to do it with a struggle all the time and have him push you towards that cursed direction, because we read many times in the Tanakh when we go through the Torah portions, and then if you do still disobey my words, if you don't listen to what I say, I will curse you 7 times. And then he says at one point, and if you are not instructed by these curses, because the curses are to instruct you on what you should have been doing that you didn't. It's a wake-up call. It's a message to get your attention. All of that's in these 2 verses in Hebrews chapter 6 that you could have just read. What's this? He's talking about all this big stuff, and all of a sudden he's talking about raining on the ground and thorns and what? Because he's expecting that somebody, a teacher or you, will connect up John 15, Matthew 13, maybe James chapter 1, or whatever it is. I said, you understand what's going on here? In that simplicity of 2 verses,